Oh my god, we are back. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Ah, so we've had a couple of weeks of alternate programming for us. Um,
I see a small mistake.
yeah, where?
Where my head is supposed to be. It's your
Oh,
screen.
now that happened suddenly and inexplicably. Well, okay. That is just
We're
weird.
live.
Yes, we are. Uh, what the hell happened there, actually? Oh, I see what happened there. Yeah. Well, that is problematic, but we will fix it. We will do it. It's gonna be fine. Ah, see, there's that beautiful boy.
Oh, there I am.
Yes. Little more volume on door, please. Yes. Sure. I'll even go and crank him up in other channels just to make sure. How's his volume now, Tur?
Hello. This is my speaking voice.
Wow, that's a lot of speaking voice. Is it too much speaking voice? I don't know. Jolly goth. Lovely. Thank you. Right. Yeah, so we've had some. Well, I mean, they said it was summer.
Uh, it was Northwest Coast summer.
Yeah. Since we're Norwegian, we've had a bit different kind of summer than the rest of the world, which is probably a good thing. But we didn't have much sun. Either way, yeah, no, we're back. Gonna try to make some more pictures for you guys.
Yes,
Yeah,
as a celebration of not dying of heat.
yeah. Though some heat would be welcomed. So yeah, no, today we're gonna do a brand new character. Uh, this guy has never been tried out before.
Pretend I don't know what you're talking about. Hello again.
Hey, again. Yeah, this we're gonna draw a character which has been named Ragnvald the Raiding Rider, or was it
Yes,
Riding Raider? I am not entirely sure, to be honest.
Riding Raider.
Riding Raider. Okay.
Right? No,
Raiding.
Raiding Rider. Raiding Rider.
Damn it.
See, I don't know anything.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he's a new character. It's basically gonna be your run of the mill crazy on the road type of steampunk Viking. So this means that there's gonna be some machinery in this. We're gonna try to figure out how to sort of design a steampunk trike with some very enthusiastic guy riding it, I suppose. So this is going to be a bit of a biker segment, I guess. So let's just see how that goes. So
I'm thinking instead of fire on the gas tank,
yeah,
we have a couple of knots maybe instead.
yeah, knots is definitely an alternative. Also, the gas tank in this case, it wouldn't be gas. I mean, it's steam powered, but then it's here's the Sealening steam powered, which means it's probably just gonna be a little reactor.
Yes.
Yeah, because I just think it's funny that these completely insane barbarians would just basically just straddle a nuclear reactor.
Yeah, Nuclear steam pressure chamber, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It's not a reactor that in that sense. They just use fuel rods to heat water, don't they?
Basically, yeah.
Isn't that more or less a reactor? I don't know.
That is basically what a reactor is.
Yeah.
You have fuel rods stuck into a pool of water, heats up the water, creates steam.
Yeah, but definitely pressure chamber. So either I'm gonna make this into a barrel or some sort of, I don't know, copper ball. I don't know. It might have been cool if the tank itself sort of looked like a, I don't know, sea mine.
Well, you do need a way for a turbine.
Yeah, you need a turbine, but basically
It,
that
uh,
this is just a fuel tank, right? So
yeah,
you'd have
yeah,
an engine.
yes.
Yeah, so that would
The,
be that would be another thing. And
the turbine would run the engine, or would actually be the engine, maybe.
turbine would probably be the engine. See, I have no idea when it comes to actual mechanics and engineering, so this will be fun. Um, okay, but let's see. Yes. A reverse engine.
So all we need is a crank wheel to turn the rotation.
So this is why it actually has foot pedals. Foot pedals would probably be an idea. So let's see.
uh,
It's
uh, do they have like how far has the miniaturization technology in this universe come?
miniatures. No, I'm thinking this is like pretty much like grunt work. This is this would be like not fine machinery as
No,
much.
no, no.
Um,
It's mostly handmade.
yeah, mostly handmade, and you know, how would this even be? I mean, this is it's sort of in fantasy area when it comes to actual usability and stuff.
Oh, absolutely. We're at a crystal did it.
Yeah, basically, and then we've just pulled out this really inane excuse for how did it do it? Radiation.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's not far from it at all. So that's mostly okay. I mean
Like
that's how people do.
it's magic radiation. It's Hulk radiation.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like gamma powered.
Yes, yes.
uh, like we've never really been very clear on what exactly this Muspel stone fuel really is. I
I
mean,
think we've
are we
in
thinking thorium or thinking like straight up uranium?
it's straight up uranium.
Straight up uranium. Okay, so nothing more magical about it than that. It's
No, no, no. Like it's basically it couldn't be thorium because thorium doesn't have the strong enough background radiation,
okay.
while uranium doesn't really need that much refining before you get um, pretty heavy dose of radiation.
Mm. Hmm. So there's nothing like rune priests and stuff could have done to make something that was slightly better than what we have in our own world.
I'm pretty sure they're taking uh, they are most likely the people who refine it.
Man, there's gonna be a lot of horrible diseases in this world.
That's just for styling them.
Oh, hell no, 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 no. I absolutely disagree with this. No, no shield. No shield to protect from radiation. What? No. Nah, you're in it. You're in this to grill it, you know? So, you are definitely.
But I do think that we have a bit more fantastical consequences of radiation in this universe than we have in our own.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, there's some just basically straight up curse from the god stuff happening. So, um,
Yeah, and like we can't have a society where everybody has cancer and radiation sickness, even though they should.
maybe dwarves just handle it better.
Yeah, possibly.
I don't know. They seem really sturdy. Uh, like they don't give a shit.
No, no.
Mm,
Now you made me think about the Dungeons and Dragons movie that's coming out again.
God.
It's probably gonna suck, but I'm still gonna watch it.
Of course you're gonna watch it. You just have to watch it. Okay, let's see. Some sort of hooded lantern in the front here.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably good. Um, just general like oil lamp territory, I guess. And while is okay, so then we're gonna have like a bunch of steam pipes coming out the end. And let's see.
Do you think that the steam pressure coming out of those pipes will also help with acceleration?
Probably like a minuscule amount, unless they've somehow made some rocket funnel thing made for steam, which just doesn't seem that great, really.
I don't know, because the last one we made had a rocket funneled steam output on his hammer.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if that was steam. I mean, certainly was something. It was a rocket.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, should I make this into a big wheel?
Yeah.
just make the front wheel bigger than than the others for no apparent reason.
Style.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, no, it's a big wheel. Look at this guy coming rolling in. So let's see here.
Speaking of fantasy creatures, though,
Yeah,
I have been doing a little bit of research on the side still about dwarven mythological creatures. Penny farthing trike. Mythological creatures, especially think about trolls.
Trolls.
Yes,
The general species of trolls.
the very diverse species of trolls.
Yeah, I've begun to get sort of insight into that. Yeah, they do seem very, very diverse.
Like you have like how I see it, three main types of trolls.
Okay, we have a classification system. Nice, go on.
Yes. You have the basic forest trolls and such. They are clearly fey, alongside the small cute trolls. You know, the ones that are sold in every Norwegian tourist kiosk.
Yeah, okay, so those are the small cute trolls. How big is a small troll anyways?
Ankle height.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. The smallest ones are very, very small.
Oh.
You see some of them in, for example, Ronja Røverdatter.
Oh, those things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, tiny, tiny trolls.
I guess so.
Yeah,
That's
part of the Fae. Uh, and Dovregubben, for example,
yeah.
is also he's Fae royalty,
Yeah.
living under the ground with his court of trolls and other things, other creatures. Then you have the kind of trolls that you can say are more natural spirits, elemental spirits, like the Jotun. Most of them are basically ice spirits, right? And you got the Jotun in Muspelheim, fire spirits. Mountain trolls, earth spirits. I haven't found any air though.
Ear spirits. Ear. Eh.
I don't know many like ear like troll types.
No, I can't think of any. Storm.
Yeah, well, then we're going more into like general fantasy type of
Storm giant. Arr.
yeah, storm
Um.
giants.
Yeah, but is that because they do stuff with storms, or is it just because putting storm in front of stuff makes it sound more badass, which it does. Um.
Uh, both.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the second type of trolls, and then you have the third type, which are more types of giants, like more like they're just huge humanoid species of trolls. You see, for example, well, in Norwegian, Espen Askeladdin meeting a couple of them
Yeah.
in his stories. They are like closer to the European ogre, but
Yeah.
in Nordic mythology, we just called them trolls. Uh, I find it funny that you kind of like almost have a very crude zoological specification of the different types of trolls up north.
Yeah, there's a lot of it though. I mean, we've tried classifying the various creatures, before. Like you have the elven things, and then you have
Yeah,
you know you have the elven things. You have the gods. Then you have the half gods, which are basically elven, and then you have various types of fairies and fae, and various types of trolls.
and
N-
half trolls.
yeah, you have the Vette,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
which are sort of special.
They've changed a lot from like the Viking Age to the Christianization during the Middle Ages, though. That's kind of interesting.
Mm,
Like the modern version of Huldra.
yeah,
Huldra is a Vette.
yeah, she's a Vette,
Yeah.
most known
Uh,
Vette.
yes. But like after the Christianization of Norway, she became much more of a succubi type of creature than original like fey like, just a creature of the woods.
Yeah, also you have the whole description of her
Yeah.
became sort of I don't know, rated approved for watershed. Because there is some freaky stuff going on with that creature or those creatures.
Yeah, I kind of think that originally um, they kind of came from Loki's daughter, Hel, because very similar descriptions of them.
Yeah, Hill does sound like the same sort of, especially the whole hollow back aspect of
Yeah,
her. Because she looks like half beautiful woman, half deadite, basically,
yeah,
which is pretty
very
cool.
much.
Oh, seems some lovely.
Hel was a harsh but fair ruler of her realm.
Yeah, just outside of Niflheim.
Beautiful winters all
Only
year
winters.
round. Well, I,
Man,
um,
you gotta be serious about the handlebars. Uh, oh, oh, like that. Well, you should still have at least one shield on this thing. That should definitely be a thing. But that would be for regular stuff, just showing off that he's a cool guy, protecting against arrows and blows. But radiation, nah. They don't care about that. That's just tingles to his groin area.
yeah, and a formal distinction. Like when I speak about it, no, there's not that much of a formal distinction about things, but cryptozoologists and scholars of mythology and such are very serious about the distinctions between types of species and creatures and gods and such.
Well, if you're gonna go ahead and give yourself the title of cryptozoologist, then you better be fucking serious about it. It's, then you,
Most of them are.
yeah, and then you definitely should take into consideration all the little things.
I love those things though, because it makes the world a little bit more magical.
Yeah.
People who insist on classifying dragons on the web, eh,
Classifying dragons on the web. Yeah, well, I might be one of those because I will forever stand my ground and say that most dragons that we see in modern media are wyverns, not or wyverns, depending.
Where are all the worms? I want to see the worms.
Winged worms or worms? There's
You
so
know,
many kinds. There's so many
I could
kinds.
go for some kung fu. I can go for some kung fu and have. No, they're not even winged. They just fly.
Oh, they're serpents.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
serpents.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. No, no. Chinese dragons are actually kind of nice.
they are really cool.
Yeah. Did you ever watch a mockumentary about a guy who finds evidence of dragons?
No.
Oh no! Oh, it was lovely. Probably like early 2000s BBC production, I think. It was made from the same guys who make the Walking with Dinosaurs stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so they basically just made a mockumentary about a paleontologist who discovers something that looks like a dinosaur, but the problem is it was killed in the 1500s, and it's like, what the fuck is this? And then he just goes through the findings of it and starts breaking down its genotype and everything, and then it's like, yeah, this is evidence that this was a dragon. And then they just go away from the whole process of discovery into just describing how this creature lived and existed as if it was a nature documentary. It is brilliant. It's lovely. I mean, there are some things that are just straight up sci-fi. Like he gets the DNA profile and can basically dismantle its entire genome and structure.
Again, Jurassic Park a dragon.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's like, and then it's like, oh shit, this creature had 6 limbs. That's completely weird for something that's in, in our world. Everything we know has 4 limbs, and but this one had 6. What a strange mutation.
How do you see that from the DNA?
I don't know, but he knew, and he found the evidence, and not only that, he started looking into it, and I think there was like, oh, there are also subspecies. So
Yes.
yeah, and no, it was seriously, it was like it was great. I haven't watched it in like 15 years or something, but I should definitely just find it again because that was just hilarious. Just someone just going completely nuts trying to describe that. Yeah, I know. This is a dragon. This is how a dragon could potentially have existed. Ooh.
Oh, I love shit like that.
Yeah,
It's so funny.
yeah. This was well made too. Because
Well, if
they took the
it's
bother of you like describing the mating ritual of a dragon in the 1500s. What happened to this particular dragon in this cave? I wonder. Oh.
it got its freak on.
Yeah, no. It was trying to defend its clutch of eggs. Oh, it had gone a long way to find a mate. Humans were encroaching upon its territory. It was going extinct. It's so difficult. Oh, but here is a mate. Let's do our little death dance in the skies. Ah, that's absolutely brilliant.
Reminds me of an episode of Wellington Paranormal.
Wellington Paranormal. Okay.
Yes, it is you know cops, right?
Yes.
The concept around cops.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes. So this is a group of people who thought they were going to make a cops-like show in Wellington, in New Zealand.
Right. Okay.
Yes, and you are following two moderately incompetent police officers who suddenly, in the first episode, ends up with a case of demonic possession that
Ah.
they have to take care of. But they do not believe in such things. So they try to arrest the person with the demon in it.
Okay.
But then it gets out, runs away, switch host, and they arrest a new host, and it goes around like that. In the end, they somehow manage to stop a Hellgate from opening in the middle of Wellington, New Zealand. They another episode. They have a house call because there are noise complaints,
Yeah.
and it's a ghost from the 70s that keeps on having his epic party where all the guests and he died. And they arrest the ghost. Uh, Taika Waititi is one of the producers.
Yeah, that does not come as a shocker. Oh boy. No, that's great stuff.
I think it's on HBO. But yeah, in one episode, there's this. Uh, what is it in New Zealand? Is it Maori or is it Aboriginals?
I
I think it's Maori.
I think it's Maori. I don't
Yeah,
know if it's a sub. I don't know, but I think it's something like that.
yeah.
Someone arrest me if I'm wrong.
Ingan is also saying Maori.
Cool.
Uh,
Okay, then we have
but
several
yeah,
people who are potentially wrong.
there's this creature from Maori mythology, kind of like the unless civilization is not a good historical source. Never would civilization lie to you.
I have no idea what you
The,
mean. Of
the
course,
Canadians built the pyramids.
of course, Pocahontas can be could be in the royal court of the Chinese emperor.
Well, anyways, it's there's this mythological creature from Maori belief
Hmm.
that suddenly had woken up, and they ended up with two of those creatures meeting and making love in the middle of Wellington Port.
Right.
Speaking of dragons from other sources or dragon-like creatures, I don't know. You've gotten pretty far in your sketch so far.
Yeah, it would look like it, wouldn't it? Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
the way you've already formed his pecs makes me think of a white scar.
So, muscly dude on a bike makes you think of Space Marines. Well, I can see it. I would not disagree with you on this one.
Nah, it's because of how his bike is formed, actually,
It's that
and the
same beef.
handlebars.
It's the same beefy thing going on there. I kind of like the. I
Yeah.
kind of really like the handlebars because it sort of gives him enough space to walk under them and sit down.
Yes.
It's like handlebars and an accidental roll cage. I don't know.
It's like both super practical and unpractical at the same time.
Yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. Also, I had add little streamers at the end. Uh, um, also, I'm throwing in like a little hose here.
Yeah.
That's gonna go up into here because what you can't see now from the sketch and whatever is that I'm gonna put a small like foghorn inside the mouth of the skull.
All right.
Yeah, so it's like just another form of exhaust right there. Um, so I'm thinking, as he's as he's choppering his way down the street, that thing is probably going to be screaming 100% of the time. Ah! And he is probably deaf as a post.
Probably. Definitely not wearing a helmet.
Oh, absolutely not. Which is another thing that he has in common with Space Marines. Okay, let's see. I got some massive rivet things happening on the pressure chamber there. I should probably have some more piping and whatever.
I'm just gonna go and get myself something to drink.
Yep,
I'll be
gonna
right
need
back.
that. So now there's always a question when it comes to wheels. Are we gonna have spinners or not? uh, I have to admit, I do collect Space Marines, so I do know about the. Yeah, it's a side wagon, and it's incredibly goofy. It's actually ridiculous. Somehow they made it in such a way that it's basically just a flat little wall that people sit on, and it's so cramped that the Space Marine can't even wear his backpack if he's set there, which is like a design oversight, if you ask me. Um, but a couple of years ago, when they started with the next edition of Warhammer 40k, they introduced like the modern alternative to this, which is an APC, and that thing has gotten a lot of flack. Personally, I love it. I think anything that looks that stupid in the Warhammer setting is mint. That's just how it's supposed to be, according to myself. But there are other people in the world. I'm coming to realize, and I'm just gonna have to live with that, I guess.
It looks like your camera has fallen.
Oh, it has. What do you know? Dang it. Well, that's what happens. Well, there's a lot of vibration happening on the screen as I'm working, so it ain't that weird.
You're drawing furiously.
Yeah, well, sort of, kind of have to in a way, you know. He's supposed to be a furious guy. Now that doesn't look right at all. Let's see.
Somehow it kind of feels like John and me are more hindering you when you're working, when we're doing these things, but then later you say, "Oh, look, I did that in 3 hours. Wow."
Yeah. Um. Let's see. Shall I be a dick or shall I be nice?
Be a
Uh,
super dick. Super dick.
there was a point in time where I just hated working in groups, and then I learned the benefits of doing it. Just hearing what other people think, getting the feedback, playing off each other, and that is sort of addicting, and it's just a really good place to be in. And then I met you guys.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's I do enjoy doing things solo. I do. Um, again, I couldn't do solo things for the longest time. It was just too difficult.
That's what happens when you create a collective.
Yeah, sort of. And I've been in the habit of creating collectives in a way, or joining them. Um,
Cooing them.
cooing the collectives. Yes, I am less of a Lenin and more of a Stalin, I guess. Now, no, I do like working in teams, but it's sometimes it just becomes clear that, well, I'm the only one who knows what the fuck I'm doing. So, um, it's like when we're making games, like that's actually making them, then I feel like the smallest contributor. Because my mind don't work as well when it comes to systems and those kind of things. But designing stuff for it and thinking about how things could work in terms of layout and just trying to communicate our ideas, then that is a part that I really enjoy.
Yeah, don't ask me about that stuff.
Yeah, see, and you're like a mechanics whiz, and you're also a storyteller. So so you can definitely contribute a lot more in those design processes than I can. Because even though I've made a game, I can sit down and it's like, yeah, I don't really know how to play it. Not well, anyways. And there is something there. I mean, there's um, because as we've been playtesting and trying out the games that we've made and other games as well, there's a pattern. And the pattern is that Tor here is usually one of two people who tend to win. Because he has a better understanding of the systems than, for instance, I do.
It is mostly experimentation, though.
Yeah. And also, he's a terrible person when it comes to accepting a compliment, which is something we all have in common, so that's fine.
Thank you. No, but like the only reason why why I know mechanics and such is because when I get them in front of me, I sit down and I experiment with them,
Mm,
and I see what kind of things work together and what don't. And the thing is that in most type of games, be the tabletop board games or computer games, um, the same things work on the same things. So if you, for example, have a multiplier and a percentage, you will always go for the multiplier because that is the thing that increases the most. But if you have, for example, a base stat and a percentage, you might want to think about it because there is a sometimes the base increase can be bigger than the percentage increase, and so on.
mm. Which makes sense, except I can't math. Except in rare occasions when I suddenly turn into some weird idiot savant.
With dice.
Don't even get me started on dice, man.
Oh, I can start with dice.
You,
I
you
got some new ones.
oh really?
Jesse, my partner, made some.
Oh, she's made some.
Yes,
Now
they did.
that yeah. Now that is interesting. Uh, are they balanced? And do we care?
I don't know. No. It is very difficult to test, though, because They are made of acryl,
Yeah.
and some of them have rocks inside of them.
Oh, so
So
probably not at all actually, but that's mostly fine.
yeah, it's 90% rocks. They said.
Hmm. 90% rocks. That's a lot of rock.
They have a really nice weight to them, though.
Yeah, I made some dice once. They did not have very nice weight to them.
Those were 3D printed, weren't they?
Yeah, and probably hollowed out.
Yeah, but that would have been way too light, even if it weren't hollowed out, I think.
It's hard to tell. I mean, I could probably 3D print some new ones and see, but I'm kind of happy with the dice I got right now, actually.
Yeah, good.
And it's not like we get to use dice a lot these days. It's like whenever we RP, we usually end up on some Discord server or whatever. So
Yeah.
I do miss the good old days of RPing in person. Did have a good session with that this weekend actually.
Oh, nice. What
Yeah,
you play?
Pendragon.
Never tried.
Yeah, no,
Sounds Arthurian.
it is extremely Arthurian. You're playing up and coming knights, and where we were playing, I was sitting in on an existing game, so I just took over some NPCs. Um,
Yeah.
but basically, you're playing in the days where Uther Pendragon, Arthur's dad, is becoming High King, and
So
you're
pre-Arthurian.
yeah, and it's sort of taken into account like the historical drama that happened in the age, which is really difficult to say much about because technically it's what 485 was the year we ended when this weekend, and
Okay.
yeah, because basically every mission you do happens in 1 year. So once you've done the mission, then it's pretty much a year until the next thing happens. So time progresses really fast,
All right.
which is really cool because you do get like massive increases, and it makes sense in a real world way that it happens.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, basically we're fighting Saxon invasions.
Yeah. Yeah. It would be the time of the Angles and the Saxons.
Yeah, the Angles haven't quite arrived yet, but they will. But it's like there's definitely Saxons in Britain.
Yeah.
We're playing Celts naturally.
Yes.
There is some magic in there, but it's really obscure magic. Uh, like not all flash, more you feel it more than anything else.
More like druidic.
Oh yeah, super druidic. Did meet Merlin.
Oh, how's he doing?
Oh, I think he's doing well. He saved the life of my character, um,
Oh.
in a roundabout way. Because I got really hurt a massive battle, but Merlin sent a priestess to basically do some sympathetic healing on me. So what that basically means is that she took the damage.
Wow.
which is like holy shit.
Yeah, that's pretty metal.
That's hardcore. It's hardcore enough for my knight to be like, okay, what's your name? Because I gotta know. that's just that's the bravest thing I've ever seen anyone do. Is not a knight. Nah. So no, this is a pretty cool system. D20 system.
Okay.
Um, there is no intelligence stat because the player supplies the intelligence, which sort of makes all the sense.
Yeah.
um, and there's like various passions and whatever that you have to play up against, and yeah, it works really well. It's not a very cluttered system at all. Okay, we're quickly coming up on a small thing we're gonna have to figure out now.
Now you're just being mean and young. Even without int, it is the player's stump stat. Harsh but true.
Yeah, I think the dump stat of the character I was playing was appearance. A very low appearance. That would that's I have 8 in appearance. Apparently, a stat can go up to uh, 39 in theory. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's like normal ish is to think that okay, it's 16 and over. That's pretty fucking good, more or less. Because it's the whole point of the game is basically to just be a glory hound. Literally, you are searching for glory. You're doing things for glory, um, doing all sorts of stuff that will make sure that you will basically take home all the dough and all the reputation and everything, which is hilarious.
I have to cut you off for a second and just say something young. With me, it's probably wisdom because I don't see consequences.
uh,
Sorry, please continue.
so that was your dump stat, your personal dump stat.
If we didn't have mental attributes and RPGs, yeah.
uh, yeah, no.
We
Um,
just started playing the D&D campaign that I'm in.
yeah.
Had our first session.
And how did that go?
Very well, very well. Went to a small town to find out why their cats were disappearing. Found goblins in a cave not far away.
Well, that would explain that.
We were pretty sure that we were gonna come and see cats too, but instead it was crazy cat lady goblins. Uh,
Were they collecting cats?
they were collecting cats and cuddling with them.
They were collecting cats for love. Ah.
Yes.
Is it really a crime at that point? I'm not even sure.
Well, we were paid to get them back, so.
Yeah.
And then we realized that there were a couple of homebrews that
Uh,
we didn't know of.
oh,
Or we knew of, but we had forgotten. We had our session 0 early June, I think.
yeah. That's right.
And then we now had our first in-game session. Um, all damage is tripled.
All damage is tripled?
All damage is tripled.
Oh, wow. That's a lot more lethal than.
luckily, if you go from max health to zero, you don't automatically die like in regular rules. You have to go your max health to negative your max health to automatically die.
Oh, okay, so that is doubled then.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
But still super, super lethal.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, one of our characters got knocked out in the first round, and we were fighting 10 goblins. We did manage to get a surprise on them, so took down a couple first. But yeah, we earned 100 gold for that. I'm thinking about doing something that might not be very nice to do
Yeah.
because I'm playing a rogue.
Naturally, yeah.
That's really an archaeologist, and so sneaking isn't really my thing. Like I'm more about getting past traps and such. Do know how to sneak, but not really my thing. And I'm a gnome, so I can use a mastiff as a riding companion. And sneak attack, you need an ally within 5 feet of the same enemy as you're attacking.
Mastiff counts as an ally.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah.
So charging a gnome charging in on a mastiff and stabbing you in the neck. No, I can't. Unfortunately, I can't use lance as a sneak attack weapon.
Like never.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking that like
No, oh,
if you suddenly got hit by a lance you didn't see, you'd be hella surprised.
yeah, true. Lance disadvantage in melee, yeah, but not if you're mounted.
Okay, quick. Let's see. What kind of rims are we gonna give this guy?
Spinners.
Well,
Nah. I'm thinking a shield, like just full metal hubcaps. What does the current design in this universe look like?
more like a C with a uh thing going. Like it's like this.
Almost a euro.
It's C for coin.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because we've always just said, oh, okay, so many coins. Coin, coin, coin.
True.
That is just something I've done though, and so far no one said anything against it. So
I forgot about that. I got a bunch of them in my in one of my drawers here. I think.
just a bunch of loose coins from the game.
Yeah, I was using them for token as tokens for something.
Oh yeah. Well, that is a monstrous bike.
It is beautiful.
Okay, not too shabby. Okay, cool, 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 cool.
I feel like we haven't really had any focus on your drawing yet
No,
today.
not at all. There's been some questions, mostly from me, but no. Let's see here. Yeah, so now we got some sort of trike. Two color four divide shields. Yeah, we were thinking about putting them in on the as hubcaps. Blue and white,
Yeah,
of course. Not at all associated with BMW.
send us sponsorships.
Yeah, please do. Sponsored by BMW. Wow.
We have no problem selling out.
Now we gotta. That's the only way to make things happen. Nah, but yeah. So basically, trike. We got some massive stuff happening here and there. Good sized pressure chamber. Guy has not been drawn yet, but I kind of feel that's less important at this point. I think I'm just gonna start fleshing out just some base coloring.
Did you ever watch Biker Mice from Mars?
Yes, I did.
I'm getting some of that feel right now.
That's cool because I never liked it.
It
And
was a toy commercial.
it's always a toy commercial, but to be honest, that's kind of what I liked about the shows back then because it's like you saw those things and you kind of wanted the toys. And I do remember the names of the biker mice.
I do not.
Yeah, I know. It was Throttle, Modo, and Vinny. Huh.
The super generic.
Yeah. Well, what do you expect? It's biker mice from Mars. I mean, it's not even a very well thought out title. Um, but there you go. Uh,
What about the SWAT cats?
oh no, I don't even remember those.
They were cool because they had a jet.
SWAT cats.
You need to check out their theme song at the end of the stream.
I guess. Uh, God, I don't even think I've heard of that. I mean, it was Turtles, of course. Teenage Mutant
Yeah,
Ninja Turtles, and then you had Toxic Avengers.
yeah.
Um,
How a trauma flick became a children's toy, I do not understand.
nope. Uh, Also, there was. I mean, we're talking about children toys, and they're accompanying cartoons of the same
Yeah,
ilk
yeah, yeah,
here.
yeah.
I mean, one could mention stuff like GI Joe, but it's not exactly the same. But still, pretty much a toy commercial.
Yeah, but
Um,
I don't think things like Transformers and GI, like they are too big again. The same
transfer.
with He-Man.
Yeah, and we had Toxic Avenger, and
Yeah.
then we had Street Sharks.
A bit after our time, you had Action Man.
Action Man. That was
Yeah.
like '94, and then you had
I kind
Power.
of feel like I was a teenager when that happened, but
Then you had shit. Man, there was a lot of good stuff.
There was a show. It wasn't very good. I don't think it was much on Norwegian television either.
Yeah, what was it? No, Action Man. I do remember Action Man because it was. I remember. Why do I remember this of all things? I remember it was made by Mattel.
Uh huh.
Yeah, because it was basically just the boy Barbie.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the exact intent of Action Man too. It was like, yeah, it's Barbies for boys. That was the
And
general idea.
at that time, that was a super progressive thought, though.
Yeah, no, but Action Man itself is probably way older than what we remember.
Probably.
Yeah, because I think Action Man was a thing in like the 70s and stuff too. I do remember there was this one Action Man doll that I thought was like so badass because it was like an astronaut with a like full kit, an astronaut suit.
I thought Action Man just was a modernization of G.I. Joe.
Yeah, I don't know if it's even connected, but I can't say for sure. But we had the other thing. I mean, being Norwegian, we had GI Joe, but we had the other thing too. Action Force.
Action Force?
Yeah. Come on, you don't remember Action Force?
No, but I am looking at Ingham being our fact checker.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Now Action Man, off-brand GI Joe, kind of, I guess. But Action Man was, I think it was like actual big dolls. Like, well, I do this, but it's like Barbie-sized dolls, basically. And yeah, British 1996, cool, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and then you have, I think it was because of licensing and because of political bullshit and whatever, but you had GI Joe, which was that brand which everyone knew, but then we had like a European version of GI Joe, which was called Action Force. So
And that
most GI Joe toys in Norway at the time was basically like branded Action Force. So that's what all us kids thought of as like, oh yeah, no, I got the newest Action Force character. It's so cool, hey.
uh welcome to Kevin Smith's Stone Thoughts about old pop culture.
Well, it is getting kind of old because we are getting kind of old. So, but it's
I
it's
know, I
it's
know.
fine. It's fun. But seriously, if there's one thing, okay, no, that's a general question. If there's one thing from your childhood that you could bring back to today, and it would be as good, or maybe even slightly better, what would it be in terms of toys?
In terms of toys, that I don't know. I was thinking about one thing though. That's a show
Yeah,
because I want to traumatize more children.
yeah.
So, what was it called in English? The Norwegian is "Flykta fra dyrskogen."
The animals of Farthingwood.
Yes, the animals of Farthingwood.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Screw that Game of Thrones stuff. I mean, we grew up with that stuff. uh,
That was traumatic.
oh man, the little hedgehogs on the road.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
don't get, don't panic, don't panic, don't panic.
Splat.
Oh man. And the son of the fox who runs away from home to become a city
Yes.
fox and has tons of misadventures and bad things happening, and knocks up some vixen, and eventually gets shot and manages to carry himself crawling back to the woods just in time to see his parents before he died. I mean,
That show is brutal.
it's so dark.
I love it.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely mint. It's so great.
That was must-watch children's TV in the 90s.
Yes, it was. Also, many of our generation have a shared trauma from Moomin.
Yes.
Hyfsa.
But Pumplopilt.
Yeah, that's the weird, right? It's like Pumpelopilt. It's that was never that scary.
It's beautiful surrealism.
Yeah, no, it's like,
It's absurdist children's TV.
and this is actually the second time today that someone's brought up Pumpelopilt. That I've spoken to people, and it's like that thing has come up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the same thing. It's like it was never that scary as people said it was, but maybe that's like a frame of mind thing or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, I thought it was hilarious, but it never ran on TV when I was a kid.
We had a teacher show it to us in school.
Yeah, this is true. But man, how old is that show?
It's from the early 60s.
Early 60s.
Early to mid
So
60s, somewhere there.
yeah, what Ingen says. That's pioneering.
Yeah.
But no,
Uh,
but no, back to the other subject. I mean, if there's one thing I could bring back in terms of kids' toys and stuff, it would probably have to be Dino Riders.
Dino Riders.
That was awesome. The quality of those toys were just amazing. I mean, actual little dinosaurs with sci-fi armor and guns and whatever, and little people who were riding them and controlling them to battle. Like, never saw the kids show, but I did have the toys. Um, and when I was 3, I got the T-Rex
Yeah.
as a Christmas present from my brother, and it was scary as hell. I hid behind the sofa because it ran on batteries. It walked around on the floor. Its jaws snapped open and shut, and it roared while wearing. It was bristling with weaponry, and I'm talking like not like this crappy kids toy sort of quality that we get today. No, we're talking like Warhammer miniature Anno 2020 quality detailing on this stuff. It was just epic.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god. Um, if I could see more of that stuff, that would be so great. In general, just see more enthusiasm for dinosaurs again would be good. And
Jurassic World movies has kind of killed that.
yeah, that's the thing. They're not supposed. Yes, you're supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them. Uh, I mean, Jurassic Park. That was like so epic when that came out, and
Oh,
that movie
that
just
was.
it holds up to this day. That's the crazy bit.
Yeah, it's that and Terminator 2.
Yeah, both children of 1992, I believe.
But alright, okay, I got a toy. I got a toy.
Yeah.
Crossbows and catapults.
Crossbows and catapults.
Yes.
Oh.
You had like two sets because it's two teams where they set up barricades and towers and shit
Yeah.
and put little men placed on different places. Then each team has a ballista. It's not a board game. It is not a board game. That's the thing. You put all of this on the living room floor, and
Hell yes.
each team has like a ballista and a tower catapult. The ballista you can aim and stuff, and the tower catapult you just shoot off like big pogs like slammers,
Oh my god.
and you try to shoot down the soldier of the other player first.
This is pandemonium.
And if you hit the door on the castle catapult, there's like this spring mechanism. So the soldier that stands on the castle just pops up and flies off the tower.
Ah, that's lovely. Ah, heck, that is lovely. Ah, yes, good choice. I've never seen and never played it, but that seems just amazing. Which also reminds me, do you remember um, Crash Test Dummies?
Um, I remember the concept of a crash test dummy. I
No, this
remember
was
the
actually
band,
this was yeah, okay, not the band. Nope,
the
nope.
one hit wonder.
Yep. No, not the band, not the Canadian Kings of R, but um, this would be a toy line of crash test dummies, vehicles, and action figures. And what all the vehicles and action figures had in common was simply this: they exploded.
Exploded.
By design, yeah. The action figures, which were like, they looked like crash test dummies with a little checker mark, yellow red things, little buttons and whatever. And they were all very happy, and they were clearly living their little lives and whatever. Uh, and if you press the button on their chests, their arms and heads and legs would just fly off because it was spring loaded.
Oh,
Yes, and these you would put into various vehicles, which came like I had a taxi.
yeah.
Yeah, the taxi had it was amazing. It was like a large city taxi, like yellow checker cab, and uh, it had some features in it. First of all, open the doors, you put in the little action figures and whatever. Uh, the window on the passenger seat had a little crack in it for a natural reason because the seat on the passenger side was an ejector seat, and
All
the
right.
the hood of the car had a crumple zone.
Yeah.
And it even came with little little seat belts that you could strap people in with and whatever. But if you just took this car and rammed it into a wall or whatever, once the front bumper got shoved in, it would just blow the car up. The person in the passenger seat would fly through the window. The airbag, because there was an airbag, would eject for the driver. And the front wheels would pop off in every which direction, and sometimes the roof of the car would fly off as well, and essentially it would just be a terrible wreck, which is great fun for a boy of 11, 12. They simply don't make toys like that anymore.
No, no. I think there's something about safety standards now, unfortunately.
If anything, that thing just tells you about safety standards. I mean, it was well made, like no small parts necessarily that would fly off and get go into someone's mouth necessarily unless you really worked at it. Nah, it was, but these things were like mechanical little wonders. But I think discontinued that line around 1996 or around there.
Oh, a lot of fun stuff that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a nice silhouette you got there.
Yeah, starting to get a little bit fleshed out.
Now, the last character was Boldy.
Yeah.
This guy, what do you think?
You know, it is tempting to kind of go shaven in some way, but it's also tempting to sort of go for ah. Okay. I was never much into Metallica, so
Yeah.
uh, okay, main dude of Metallica.
Yes.
Yeah, late '80s.
Yes.
Yeah, sort of like the rocker mullet,
Uh huh. Uh huh.
sort of Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Uh huh.
I don't know. I mean, that could be a thing. He could have a straight up mohawk
Hmm.
of sorts.
How about? How
Uh,
about?
Here he comes.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. You know Fabio.
Yes.
Yes. Now think Fabio, but half his head is shaven.
That is some brilliant.
Horrible shit.
That is some brilliant stuff happening there. Okay, let's see here. Game is extra spikes. How does the silhouette look? A lot better. Yeah. Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
do like that silhouette.
It is a nice silhouette. It's a
Yeah.
spiky silhouette.
Very spiky. Let's see. Is there anything I should put
Ooh,
behind him? No, it's good.
do we have any? We got one skull, but do we have any dragon heads?
As in like
Long ships and such.
I mean, I could make this into a dragon head instead of a skull. Could do that.
Nah, it's good as it is.
Oh, 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 oh. No, I know.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah, we're gonna do this the Rolls Royce style.
Ooh.
Yeah. See if I can just pick up some of the right color. Oh, there's no such thing as right color. Come on. Yeah, that's it. See, that should probably come up like this. I mean, that looks horrible, but
Yes, it does. I'm sorry, buddy. I usually never think that anything you draw is horrible, but this is.
Yeah, I'm not sure this can be fixed.
Nah, nah. Let's cut our losses.
Let's try this again. Okay, so let's see here. I kind of feel like a derp dragon.
Did you say Derp Dragon?
Yes, I did say derp dragon.
Perfect. That makes me want to read Discworld again.
Errol.
Like my two favorite series in the Discworld is the Guards and Sam Wimes and Rincewind's story.
Well, they're both quality stories. I mean, my favorite character from Discworld is Death,
Yes, who
because
would have
he's
guessed?
a very likable guy.
Yes.
Um, he's very sympathetic.
Knows how to bring you to the other side.
Yeah, and he does that without any fuss or muss. He understands that this is a traumatic experience, and he's there. He's a very good counselor, without actually realizing it.
Um, yeah, yeah.
Um, no, but he's just a really charismatic character, and
Death of Mice.
rats.
Yeah, Death of Rats. Yes.
Yes, which is an interesting thing. I mean, how can you not like a death character who or an incarnation of death, which keeps a horse called Binky?
Yeah. Um, it's. I'm thinking about like. Yeah, Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman were good friends. Maybe that's why their versions of death have a very similar worldview.
Yeah,
The one is a happy-go-lucky goth. Um, I was about to say woman, but it's not a woman. It's a anthropomorph- anthropomorphization of a human concept.
yeah, pretty much. Um, yeah, but as you said, yeah, the Wimes, the guards, basically,
Yeah,
and Rincewind, which is the big damn hero.
as much as he does not want to.
Well, that is the beautiful hero part, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
the reluctant hero. Everyone likes the reluctant hero,
Everyone likes the hero who tries to run away but ends up running straight towards the problem.
and somehow solving it.
But like Rincewind is
God
also a
damn
very
it.
good way of understanding how the magic in the Discworld works, because the reason why he is such a sucky man wizard is because his head doesn't have space for any more spells.
Well, yeah. Or to put it slightly differently, there are no spells that want to stay in his head because it's already
Yeah.
occupied by something very scary.
Yes.
So it's sort of like not his fault that he is a sucky wizard.
No, no, no. Oh,
No,
technically it is.
technically it is, but it's like it's not because he hasn't he hasn't,
Tried.
tried, but at some point you just have to give up. I mean, seriously. So that's completely fine. But it's he definitely had the potential. It's just the potential is already used.
Yes.
Yeah, and
There's one more really good wizard though. That is the head
the bursar.
principal. No, no, the
Oh,
principal,
Ridcully.
Ridgely.
Yeah. The bursar chewing on his dried frog pills. Ah, Ridcully is a good one. Do you remember what happened to the
Nick
old one?
Offerman should play him.
Oh, yeah.
The other one, yes, he fell asleep in a box with no holes in it.
That was Weatherwax.
Yeah, wasn't he the principal before him?
Yeah, it was Principal Weatherwax. Yeah,
Yeah,
just don't remember how he died and who killed him because someone usually killed him.
yeah, but I'm pretty sure it was because he fell asleep in a box that he had hidden himself in. Yeah.
Mm,
Um, and there was no air holes because his not burster, but no, there was one before that, after that as well. He died from falling. That was before Ridcully took over. The one before that fell off a tower.
right.
Let's see. He was, yes, Triamon in the Color of Magic movie played by Tim Curry.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, but that guy doesn't count.
Well, he was principal for a short period of time.
Yeah, of course, but it's like he only for plot reasons.
Yes, yes, yes.
But only for the intrigue. Um, so I kind of feel that he doesn't count. He was a very nefarious guy though.
He was very nefarious.
So
But
he
like
was basically the guy who knocked off
the one before him, yes.
Weatherwax. Right.
Yes.
Cool. And then you had Rich Cully, and he basically stuck it the entire
How
way.
dare you say bad stuff about Jeremy Irons? Jeremy Irons as Lord Veterinary.
Well, he was one of
Both.
the better Lord Veterinaries. I don't know why you had to give him a lisp though.
Nah, I don't know. Jeremy Irons does what Jeremy Irons does. Like, he was the best part of the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Yes. I once based a Call of Cthulhu character on him.
Ooh, tell me more.
I was playing an alienist, and which is like a
Early psychologist.
very early
Psychiatrist.
very early psychiatrist, psychologist, mix between. Uh, and he was sort of like the right. I don't know. He had the right look for him. I figured, so I just basically decided I should build the mannerisms of the character based on Jeremy Irons, which is
No,
not easy to do considering that he's a
no.
goddamn actor that I don't know personally. So it was just a mishmash of various things. Also, it's Call of Cthulhu, so you expect to survive anyways.
Nah. For some reason, you tend to though.
Well, tend to. I survived one campaign. It's the only campaign that we have finished, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Um, and when we played Masks, yeah, Masks of Nyarlathotep, I went through a lot of characters.
Yes, that's true.
Um,
So did we all.
so did we all, some more than others. But we all had like memorable deaths, though. Um,
Yeah.
you're the one who won that argument, I'd say, though. I mean, that one guy who we'll never remember the name of. Wow, he sure died. Just dead straight out the door.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, your first character, he died extremely memorably and traumatically for the entire group.
Someone had to put on that mask.
Yeah, and that you did, and it could have gone well. It could have gone well.
I enjoy how flippant I was about it.
Yes, it was a game. It was all fun and game and lulls. And then
Hey, look what we stole from the cult. This stupid mask. I would just, oh, look, I'm a scary blah.
yeah, dead instantly. We're like, oh fuck. And then you rolled a mechanic after the other guy who got squashed by the Chthonian died.
Yeah, he lost his arm.
Immediately. Like, not even waiting. It was like, oh, new character. Your arm is gone. God damn it. You were seconds away from being the infinite bard.
No problem. I got this. Where are we going? All right, I'll just make something for that.
Yes. Unfortunately, your character died while off screen. Roll a new one. Already done it. Good. Yep. Let's move on. Nah, that was a lot of character deaths in that campaign,
Yeah.
which was good.
Like we were done with North America, Europe, Africa. We were going to Australia.
I think we're going another place too. I think it was a dual thing.
Yes, Inga, Viltnamna are the people who take care of occult stuff in Norway, including trolls.
Yeah, this is true.
Viltnamna is Delta Green.
Delta Skogsgreen.
Never tried Delta Green though. I kind of want to do like a Cthulhu game where you are specifically a government funded operation to take care of occult and monstrous stuff. Maybe a bit darker version of a Warehouse 13.
A bit. Jesus. Yeah, well, it's Call of Cthulhu. It's bound to get dark. I do love that. I think the Cthulhu setting is amazing.
Yeah. We should really get back to the Pulp Cthulhu game I'm running someday.
That would be nice.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if I want to continue it or I want to restart it.
Either is fine, I think.
Yeah, but I think I want to restart it as a physical game. That's the problem.
Which would be great.
Yeah, well, that means that two of the three players we have won't be able to play it.
Two of them?
Well, one is in Oslo and one is in Molde.
Oh, I didn't know he was in Oslo.
Yeah. Anyways,
Has he moved?
nah, isn't that where he lives? East Coast. It's
Hmm.
all Oslo to me.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, it's probably Oslo. Yeah, as a physical game, that's difficult. But you can always look for other players.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's always someone who wants to play a game. So
I seriously have to learn how to do this moderator stuff.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Ian420. Yes, I'm going to
We
buy some
really
viewers,
want.
followers, and primes on yourfollows.com.
Yes.
How about no?
There we go.
Uh, Bots. Aren't they fun?
There we go. Now I can do it proper. Where were we?
I don't know.
Call of Cthulhu. Yes.
Yeah. No, there's always new players to be found somewhere.
Yeah. The thing about Call of Cthulhu compared to other games is that I really, really like being
In
the
person.
underdog.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Pulp doesn't quite work for that.
Unfortunately, no.
Because you really do feel a lot more powerful.
Yes, you do. But then again, I haven't really sent stuff after you guys yet
What do you mean?
in our current Pulp Cthulhu game.
Oh, that one.
And
Nah, in that one, no, no, no. But we have played other Pulp Cthulhu campaigns. So,
yes, yeah, do try to hook him.
yeah, do that. Absolutely. He definitely he should love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I do mean that as in I think he would, and if he doesn't, he fucking should. Um, because right now he is working. That's why he's not here.
Yep.
Poor guy is always working.
I mentioned to you earlier today that I recently had a shower thought.
Yes, you did.
Yes. You know, in comics and movies and such, when people either take some kind of psychedelia or they get a traumatic hand injury of some kind, they often go, "Oh, I can smell the color purple.
Yeah,
I can taste yellow."
yeah,
Of course you can. We have given all colors a taste and smell.
more or less.
Yeah. If I say yellow, what's
Yeah,
the taste?
something that's yellow.
Citrus.
Actually, I was thinking butter.
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 Oh, oh, my shower thought might not function in real life.
What? No. Yeah, but it's like okay,
Purple.
purple.
Yeah.
Well, grape.
Grape. Yeah, yeah. Grape or blueberry.
Grape or blueberry. Yeah. Orange.
That's an orange.
Funny enough, I was about to say carrot.
Ah. Actually, I might agree with you more with you than I agree with myself there.
Which is like, but it's called orange.
Yes, but that's because of the what
The color is
stockholder family of the Dutch.
the color is literally named for the fruit. And still it's like
Yeah,
nope, nope, nope. Yeah. And and
but
and
then again, they're the reason why carrots are orange.
okay, so they used to be yellow.
Carrots used to be a kind of a bitter brownish root.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if carrots somehow is linked with mustard or something. Have you ever looked into that?
No,
All the vegetables that are derived from mustard.
nope, nope.
It's insidious. If it's any form of kale,
Yeah,
it's derived from mustard.
from the mustard plant.
Like broccoli, cauliflower, um, yeah, you know, Brussels sprouts, kale, etc. You know, they're all just offshoots and what's it called when we just go in and just they're GMOs basically. We've
Yeah,
GMO'd them from mustard.
GMO doing wonderful things for 100,000 years.
Definitely, uh, man. I don't know about you. I really like my bananas with seeds.
Yeah, there's some things I wish we haven't GMO'd though.
Oh, definitely.
Dogs. Don't come up to me and tell me that your pug is beautiful.
Bugs are fucking adorable, dude. Oh, come on. You know,
They're the dog version of the Habsburg royal family.
I have absolutely nothing to say against that. It's completely true. But they are lovely and cute little dogs that I actively want to see the end of. um,
Bulldogs can't even breathe correctly anymore. They're
breed and
so
breathe.
inbred.
Yeah, yeah, I do agree, but it's like they exist, they deserve our love, but there should be an end to them.
Yeah, just stop dog breeding.
Yeah, I'm all for that. Um, but they are, I do have to disagree with them not being cute, though. I mean, I do love
I
a
know they're
pug.
all the best boys.
That's Yeah, but it's not even about them being the best boys because they're dogs. No, I generally think that a pug is cute. Um, but that is not the same as saying that I think that they're perfect.
No, no, no.
Now, I do recognize that we have a responsibility here, and that some things that have been done should have been undone. Um, this is just fact, unfortunately. I wouldn't
Give
put
me a
them down if I saw them, though.
no, 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 no.
I would
We're
try to.
not kicking the dogs here.
No, we would. I mean, we'd try to have them have the best life they could have, and then when their time was up, they would be happy and going off to doggy heaven, and hopefully, there would be very few of them left by that time.
So that means that you are pro dog palliative care.
I'm not even sure what that means.
Palliative care is what we give people right before they die.
Oh, well, in general, yeah. I mean, they deserve our love all the way to the end. I mean, they certainly give theirs freely.
True.
I do love dogs. I mean, I'm a dog person who also likes cats.
I just like animals.
Yeah, all of them, almost. Okay, no, I will limit myself to say that I like vertebrates. There's not a single bird I haven't liked though.
Cassowaries.
I like them. They scare me, but I like them.
I wouldn't be 100 meters near them.
Nope, they're terrifying, but I do like them.
Especially not outside my window at 4 a.m.
Oh my fucking god.
Have you seen those claws? They can rip through windows.
Uh, so is this an experience that you've had, buddy?
I
Nah,
think the cassowary got him. Is the cassowary forcing you to write that?
blink twice if you're in danger. Make the secret hand sign.
But it is true that the further down you go, the scarier the creatures become, though.
Further down you go. Yeah, like
Yeah.
south.
No, no, I mean depth.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not. I mean, I'm not even that fond of snakes. So
Snakes are cool.
there's the primal fear in me that gets triggered by snakes. I mean, I've held a snake, I've petted a snake.
Yeah.
I was terrified when I did it, but I've done it. But that's just weird, It's like, okay, fine. Oh, look, it's a giant elephant bull, Uh, I'm in awe of it, not really terrified. Tiny little nope rope, yeah, I'm crying. Yes, I have. I have worn a snake as a necktie.
Would you do it again?
Yes, I would. Because I know it wasn't dangerous to do it, uh, but my instincts tell me no. um, and also spiders,
I like certain spiders.
to handle
Most
them or look at them.
no.
Yeah, it's the handling thing. I mean, I can look at one of those cute little jumping spiders that dance and whatever and have giant eyes. You know. Okay, so that's a requirement, huh? Wear the snake as a tie. Was this one of those red ones? Was it a milk snake or something? Oh, right.
Big green thing.
Big green thing. So probably a boa or something then.
Oh, how long is it since reptiles got legalized as pets in Norway?
I think it was the first thing that happened in 2013 when we got a conservative government.
The conservatives let the snakes free.
Yeah, yeah, no, it was that and licorice pipes, and also segways.
Segways.
Yeah, that was one of the big winners that year.
We.
Man, I remember after that election, we were sat uh, at like a we're sat at a pub, basically having a wake.
Yeah.
I was like, well, it was fun while it lasted, guys. And to be honest, it
Uh,
hasn't really been very well since. So
nope.
yeah, in fact, it turned into quite a shit show.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, and not even like internationally, just here for whatever reasons we figured out that shit should be bad for. I don't know.
We had what, four ministers of justice in 2 years.
Yeah, something like that.
But enough about politics. None of us likes politics, right?
No, you do, but I don't. So yeah, I'm all for not talking about politics.
You're doing some blocking here, right?
Yeah, and I'm just putting in rough shading and stuff.
Yes.
Because it's the process is basically you get the shapes in, and then like you get the general sketch, and then you just start uh, getting a general shape of the thing, and then you can start working in light and shadow. And I usually start doing that like pretty heavy-handedly.
Yes. And as we can see here, you are in your brown period.
Yes, which is more like a palette choice for this series, more or less. Um, Everything is looking slightly brownish for some reason.
It's like all the games in 2004.
Ugh, I still live in that period. I do love my browns. I think it's a nice neutral color to work in.
Done correctly, yes.
Um, Also, while doing this, it kind of also gives me this weird little feedback thing where I'm sort of feeling that what I'm doing is old, which helps me like
Uh,
get into a like state of mind or whatever. Mostly, you just do things that seem interesting at the time, you know. So
well, we have here our nuclear punk slash diesel punk motorcycle getting shape. Like a lot of the details are just springing out now as you're doing the rough shading.
yeah, I mean, getting the basics of the vehicle and everything that took 1 hour,
Yeah,
and now we've just rounded 2 hours.
yeah, just rounded.
Yep, not including the chatty time.
All time is chatty time.
So the question is just, let this keep going and see where it goes. Because I'm not like taking any breaks from this. I'm just letting my hand do whatever.
Yeah, that is actually something I have been thinking about off our streams. We're doing 3 hour slots, no breaks.
Yeah, 3 hour slots, no breaks. I'm with you on the discussions and whatever, and my hand is possessed.
Yes,
So yeah.
your name is Ashley.
Yeah, thankfully it's an art ghost, so it won't try to just choke me out unless I don't do art. Then it gets angry. But no.
What was the name of that movie? Was it Ghost?
What?
Who played in it?
What?
Honey, who played in the movie with the ceramics and the ghost?
That's Patrick Swayze, dude.
Patrick Swayze, yes.
Yeah, and Demi Moore, and
Demi Moore.
and to some extent Whoopi Goldberg.
And the name of that movie was Ghost.
Yes, it was. Most memorable scene from that movie is when he keeps the psychic woman up all night by singing "I am Henry VIII, I am." No, it's not. But that's a thing that often crops up in my mind when I think about that movie.
I end up thinking about Community.
Really? Oh,
Yeah, and one of the seasons they are taking a pottery class, and parodying that movie is forbidden in that class.
what? No stairway denied.
And of course, it becomes a thing.
Well, you kind of got to. I mean, seriously. I mean, I've had pottery classes. Of course, you have to do that thing.
I think every 30-year-old, 40-year-old in Norway has had pottery at school.
Man, I think it's kind of sad that there might be a distinction that means that some people have not. Uh,
Yeah, for some reason, arts and crafts are taking less of a place in the modern curriculum.
you can't expect everyone in the world to be productive all the time.
I'm wondering what that does to people's ability to self-express.
Someone clearly looked at Facebook and thought, well, we don't need that anymore.
So, well, that's the thing about allowing self-expression. You can't just let a minority of the people do it. Everybody has to, even if it ends up being mostly trash.
Which it frequently fucking is. Yeah, everyone's free to express their opinions. Should be. And innermost feelings, which is what art is all about.
Feelings? What are those? I'm a white man.
Said the previous generation.
Oh, it's a lot of our generation too.
I know. We're on the cusp of it. That horrible mixture between the old and the new. Not quite right in any of them.
Yeah, we just need to get robots first. Like, there's this, chatbot AI, right?
Yeah.
People are starting to use that as a form of therapy. That they chat with a chatbot AI. Like they were going really good now, though.
No, they didn't.
Like, yeah, but compared to what they used to be.
Oh,
Compared to what they used to be, let's see. I grew up um, with a bunch of older siblings, so they got like a fancy computer and some sound blaster equipment and stuff back in the day, right? Which means that we had Dr. Spadeso, a program for the sound blaster sound card on the computer, which
Yeah.
was basically a worse version of Stephen Hawking's robot voice asking you therapeutic questions.
How are you feeling?
How are you feeling today? Would you like to talk about it?
That is sad.
That is not very interesting. Maybe you want me to say something instead.
No, but yeah. The thing is,
Which
it
is
has
something
become
we'd actually say.
yes, but it has become more and more common now. Like you even get Facebook ads for these apps now.
Well, people need to talk about their feelings. They do.
Yes, they do, but people should also then be open to listen about other people's feelings.
Yes, and but it is nice that people are willing to talk about their feelings, but they should definitely uh, be more open to talk about their feelings to other human beings.
And not to a code.
Disembodied voice. Um, because I've been to therapy, and the good thing about therapy is that you actually do get to open up about things and you get to talk about stuff. Bad thing about
Yes.
therapy is usually the other person.
Yes.
Yeah, and that is the thing. There will always be another person there that you're gonna have to deal with in some way, shape, or form because they are human.
They are.
Yeah, but it does help if you allow it to help.
Yeah, I kind of disagree with that though.
Well, by all means.
Of course, you have to let it help. Of course, but The help you are given must also be tailored to you.
That is more of a specification, yeah.
Yeah. And if that other person isn't able
Yeah, this is true.
to help you in a way that you need, it might be more harmful than it is good.
Again, this is true. So yeah, a good therapist is a rare and beautiful thing.
Yes. One I've yet to see.
Mm. Yeah, same here.
So what we're saying is give more funding to psychology and psychiatry students and have a better program to choose which ones get to study it.
Yeah,
And don't
it is
trust
not
robots.
it is not for everyone.
Absolutely not.
I mean, I'm a good listener. I'm not a good giver of advice. There's a difference.
I also think that there should be an age limit to it. Like you can only work as a psychologist or psychiatrist for so many years directly with patients.
Does that
Being
just
for
because of how jaded you can get after a while?
yes.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's that, but then there is also like a generational gap thingy. So you know, uh, how about having psychiatrists and psychologists who understand your generation? Is that an issue?
Sorry, I did not hear what you were saying. I got a second opinion from my side.
Yeah. Was it a good second opinion?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
A lot of what you also just said,
Oh.
I think, from what I caught.
Yeah. Just basically just if it's beneficial that the therapist in question understands the viewpoint of your generation, your age that you're
Yeah.
in, so that there's not like say a very young and inexperienced person
Mm,
who will try to navigate the problems of someone much older than themselves and can't quite relate to the problems happening.
mm, absolutely.
That's probably where the age limit thing would fall apart, though, I guess.
True. Got my partner sitting beside me and working on press on nails.
Yeah. Do they have a place where they are putting them out for people to watch?
Not yet.
Oh, because that might be good. Hmm.
Looks like we're gonna get done with shading on the bike today.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll just jump straight into you know, fleshing out the guy a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because it's mostly what's hidden behind his body now, except for our Rolls Royce Dragon.
Yeah. Yeah, the Rolls Royce Dragon. Yeah, that's right. Mm. We'll see about that. Actually, we won't see about
Yeah.
that shit. Okay. Remove that. Wrong layer. Uh, okay, so let's see here. We gotta give him some knee pads. Start with that.
How? Like, ice hockey would probably be a game in this universe now.
You're more or less writing it, so if you say it is, I guess so.
Yeah, but I have to justify stuff for myself too before I can write it.
Yeah, but please continue.
So then, how would the padding look in this universe? I actually think it would be pretty much the same. Maybe a bit more old school.
See, I'm thinking about giving him some sort of chaps, like half chaps.
Yeah, yeah, assless.
No. Half chaps would go only up to your knees, more or less.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah. So that's basically this stuff right here.
yeah,
Also, he'd have some heavy boots
definitely.
because this stuff needs to handle some wear and tear. Um, so let's say that his knee pads are connected to the half chaps. So something like that. And then let's see, Ragnvald, the Raiding Rider or Riding Raider. He is raiding, that's for sure. He does raids.
Yes, and it does ride.
Yeah. So since he's like this Viking guy, we could do a Ragnar Lothbrok
Yeah,
and literally give him like the upper part. His actual pants are fur pants.
yeah, that would work. It does get really cold.
It does get really cold. So character creation improv, yeah. um,
Isn't that all that we do?
yes, it is. Playing to our strengths here, buddy.
What's our
Uh,
prompt?
Old man with very small balls. Um,
Oh, my tiny balls! Oh,
why was that the
they
first thing I thought
shrunk
of?
into tiny grapes.
I am so jealous of all the other old men.
Their stuff just hangs down to the floor.
Whenever they get tired, they can just put it out like a kickstand, and here I am. Oh dear lord.
Well, okay, but this guy, I think is more like, so you want to take a ride on my hog?
Ah, god damn it. Uh, this should have been a pig's head now. uh, yeah, I'm not gonna make it into a pig's head, but that would be hilarious.
No. Well, we have a pig person in this game.
Yeah, we do. Boris. Yes.
Boris,
Yes, Boris.
half pig,
Half man. No, half woman. Mm.
old man.
All man, yeah. Okay, should I give this guy a wife beater?
I'm not sure about the wife beater. I'm actually thinking maybe some chain.
Like chainmail.
Chainmail wife beater.
Chainmail wife beater. Okay, yeah, okay. Here's a good one. Yeah, okay. Open leather jacket,
Yeah, yeah.
chainmail wife beater.
Yes.
Open leather vest,
I think I'm going for the leather vest here. Yeah.
studded leather vest.
Well, seeing as and studded armor wasn't actually a real thing, then blah 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 blah.
Yeah, well,
We
do we care?
yes. No, we don't.
Like, okay, yeah, leather clothing wasn't a thing until the 1800s. I understand. Or even 1900s. Because it's incredibly impractical. And I'm glad someone knows this. But yeah, basically, okay, let's make this guy a Klingon. Um, because that's what I've been spending my vacation time doing. Um, I've rewatched a bunch of Star Trek and also played Star Trek Online.
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah,
Speaking of, this isn't Star Trek though. Stargate.
yeah,
I saw a interview with the original writer and Anderson.
yeah.
Like he really looks like a. And I'm not saying this to be mean or anything, but he looks like a discount version of Harrison Ford now.
Uh, Richard Dean Anderson.
Yeah, Richard Dean Anderson.
Yeah, no, it's not unfair. I mean, yeah, yeah, we're on the same page here again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was every teenage boy's hero
Yeah, he was.
during the 90s.
MacGyver,
Yes, MacGyver.
Angus.
Never shot a weapon, never killed anyone until the movies came along. MacGyver was cool.
Yeah, he was.
There was a lot of Christian conservative morality in that show, though.
Oh yeah, he was rife with it.
It was a product of its time.
Yeah, I mean, MacGyver did run for a very long time as well.
Yeah, it taught at least two generations about the importance of Scotch tape and paper clips.
And the Swiss Army knife.
Oh, definitely. I think this guy is wearing a bandana, actually, over his nose and mouth.
Yeah, yeah.
Like since he's not wearing a helmet and bugs is a thing.
Yeah, and he should probably also be wearing some goggles.
Yeah, yeah, goggles and bandana. That's cool.
So should we go with the standard? Let's see, the standard steampunk goggles, or should we just go for the slightly more historically accurate?
Ingen has a design idea for us.
Yeah, it does actually. We're talking about the owl visor.
Yeah, it's the owl visor,
Mm,
which is pretty cool.
okay, I am since it's a little bit of a hassle for me to just get the link up. I'm gonna see how this looks from memory.
Ho ho! I want to like it, but I just don't know if I feel it. I don't know, Ingen. I kind of feel like the thing that makes it is the owl lashes, but I'm just not sure if the design works. No, you're right. I didn't. Yeah, yeah. Now that I'm looking at the picture.
So that's the slitted type, but you could just give him two giant goddamn lenses.
Yeah, give him lenses. Now suddenly we are silent because this is the time when we are critically thinking about something here. Maybe it will work better when it's colored in.
Well, There's always a chance
Yeah,
for changes to be made.
true. Yeah, it is a much simpler design, and it works better than the one with lashes. You're right about that thing. Yeah. He kind of looks like a Hark the Vagrant character with those goggles on.
Really? Oh, I don't recognize that.
Like, I'm not saying that it looks exactly like any of those characters. It's just the feel of it.
Oh, wait, the nose. Hark the Vagrant always has like a characteristic nose and stuff, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. Totally see it.
that's a. I need to go and check if that comic is still going on.
Oh yeah. No. Well, I don't know if she does that anymore, but she's still active.
Yeah, that I know. That I know. I've seen some projects that she's been working on. It's the hair too. The way you've drawn the hair.
Lovely. I'm tempted to just let it stay now.
He needs really hairy shoulders.
Actually, this was supposed to be like the rest of his chainmail.
Oh yeah, but he has really hairy shoulders underneath the chainmail.
No, underneath the chainmail, he has very bare shoulders because he's wearing the chainmail directly onto his skin.
Oh, he's not wearing a gambeson or anything
No,
under
no,
that.
no, no, no. he has
Style over everything.
he is distinctly hairless, exactly where his wife beater goes. Metal.
You got metal and you got masochist.
Possibly correct.
Chafing happens no matter how manly you are.
Uh, long live stupid design choices.
Yeah, some simple bracers. Now, what kind of weapon does he use?
Let's see. I don't have the stats in front of me.
I can check that.
I mean, if he's not a body type,
He's body.
he's body, right? Well, his bike is pretty much a weapon. Um,
Swinging a Dane axe from. from the bike.
I mean, I could tilt his hand slightly and give him a spear.
Yeah, that would actually be pretty cool. I don't know if it's something we should do though. We got what 25 minutes left.
Oh, right. Well, 25 minutes. Just enough time to define him, I guess. So that would bring us up to just about. Yeah. Well, naturally, he's going to have some pits.
Yep. We were talking about trolls earlier. I don't know if I've mentioned this for you on stream before, but I came over a really cool thing about trolls in the woods and trolls in the city. How to recognize them.
Oh, really?
Yes, because in certain myths, trolls look just like us, but you could recognize them on the clothing they were wearing. If, for example, you were walking in the woods or something and you found a person dressed to the nines,
Yeah.
like looking really really good, tux, anything like that, it was a troll because they always dressed wrong for
The occasion, right?
yes. And if you were in a party and you saw a really like bad looking dude wearing dirty ripped clothes and such, that was also a troll.
Fuck. Talk about classism.
Very very much classism.
Christ.
But that's nothing compared to what they allow themselves to do if your kid was taken by the beating.
Oh, that was just sad.
Yeah. Just because your child didn't come out perfect and maybe had a yeah chromosome syndrome or something like that, it wasn't really your child anymore.
Yeah, that's just super harsh.
The Kawasaki Pimpernel.
I'm laughing because it's a pimp.
Oh, you shouldn't laugh about that. Like the Red Pimpernel is Alfred. You don't want to fuck with Alfred.
Generally, no. Alfred is scary.
He does not have a no-kill rule.
He does not.
I really do enjoy it when a side character gets he's just been there for so long that the mythos around him just gets bigger and bigger all the time until it's like he's just as badass as the heroes.
Well, he's kind of got to be because anything else would be ridiculous at that point.
Yeah. Besides, Who trained Batman?
Yep.
Does that mean that Alfred is more badass than Ra's al Ghul? Because he's clearly a better teacher than Ra's.
Well, if it hadn't been for the fact, well, okay, let's see how many people are in the Bat family now, or have been in the Bat family.
Oh, that we're double digits.
Yeah. So how many people do you have to have for it to be a cult?
3.
Yeah. He's a cult leader.
Alfred or Batman?
Alfred. He's just letting Batman think he's in charge. Come on, it's like,
Yes.
I mean, come on here. You have a 10-year-old boy who loses his parents. The only guardian he has left is the old butler, who then trains the young boy into becoming this machine of vengeance.
Uh, you have to remember that this old man is also an SAS veteran.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, a young impressionable mind like young Master Wayne would be rife for, indoctrination.
I was trying to find another word that wasn't indoctrination.
Well, there's always been some massive fascist overtones to Batman, so
Rich people can be cult leaders.
oh, Bruce Wayne is probably eccentric.
Batman is insane.
Yeah.
Like, literally, Batman is mentally sick.
He is a very disturbed individual
Yes.
with many very deep-seated emotional problems.
I did like the new Batman movie, though.
Yeah, so did I.
Bit long, but good.
Yeah. But it's like it's a nice change of pace, to get the detective Batman, the noir
Yes,
Batman.
we got to see Batman walk around and everybody telling him what the clues he was looking at was.
Mm.
I'm joking, but
He's not a great detective, no, but
it's year one Batman.
yeah, and I like it. Kind of gritty. The thing about that Batman that I didn't quite enjoy was how much of a beating he could take.
He could take a beating.
Yeah, I mean, there are some aspects of what he did or went through that would just, yeah, at some point you're just
Are we
not a
talking about the
human anymore.
first landing?
uh, let's see, first landing.
He used his wingsuit.
Oh, that one definitely counts. Yeah. Also thinking about the cathedral.
Yeah.
Because that would, I mean, most people would have been in pieces. I don't care how much armor you have.
Wolverine would be putting himself together.
Yes, he would. And then finally, is like he ends up taking a whole bunch of damage, and then suddenly, for some reason, he starts feeling it. Um, nah, it's like he could take a lot of punishment, a bit too much punishment, I feel.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that.
Because that's the thing. He's a superhero, but he's not super.
No, his superpower is money.
Yeah, basically, and he's got good gear and stuff, but there's no gear on Earth that's that good.
Nah. And he still hasn't met Superman and gotten the Justice League training.
Yeah, I mean he's not at that level at that point.
Nah. I understand why George Clooney had to apologize for his Batman movie. And it's not because of George Clooney. It's about everything else in that movie.
The only one who won't apologize for that movie is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He was a good doctor. He was a good Mr. Freeze.
Oh, he loved it.
Yes.
He
Like,
he actively sought out Joel Schumacher. It's just like, yeah, no, I would really want to be in that movie. Yeah, you're a good act, you're a good director. You make good things. I love it. Arr. And that was that's how he's gone and done most movies he's ever made. Actually,
well, that is a very good way to get movies if it works for you.
he has been super proactive in his own career. It's not like he has been sitting and like, well, I hope maybe I can get some work this year. No, nope. He is promoting it.
But Arnold Schwarzenegger hasn't really failed in anything he has done
No,
either. He
not
became Mr.
really.
Universe. That's what he did first.
Yes, and he did a Pumping Irons movie.
Yes, and then he became a movie star. One of the biggest action stars, if not the biggest action star of the 80s.
Actually, he was even the most paid entertainment actor in the 90s.
Yes. Then he became a
For
successful
Batman and Robin.
politician.
For Batman and Robin.
Ah,
Yeah.
of course he doesn't apologize then.
No, no, no. It went exactly to plan after plan. I was like, yeah. Um.
Yeah, and then he became a successful politician, got his own state to govern.
Which has gone
And
fairly well.
yeah,
Fairly.
and now he's almost retired.
Yeah.
Some scandals here and there.
Yeah, but generally not that much.
Clooney went to do comedy. Yes, he did, and he has been really good.
Yeah. Uh, but he still has that kind of high
Vibe.
style. Yeah, he's like this really cool way of doing comedy, Clooney.
We really need a new Leslie Nielsen.
Oh, yeah, I think that ship has sailed. uh, that's gonna be a tall order.
It's going to be a real tall order.
Yeah, no, bless that man. Um,
Comedic genius.
yeah, and that's because he was a dramatic actor and he was doing dramatic things in silly movies.
Yeah,
It was like the king of deadpan. And deadpan is so good if it's done right.
yeah.
Um,
It's one of the few movies I can watch with my residents at work where both of us enjoy it as much as the other person.
so which one is that?
Naked gun movies.
In general, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, in
Na-
general. Man with a naked weapon.
Naked
Man,
Gun,
two and a half, three
yeah,
and two thirds,
3/3.
three
No,
thirds.
no, one
Yes.
third, one
Huh?
third. One
One
third.
third. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
33 and one third. Um, yeah, no, I think to this date, um, I said that this was the thing, like 15 years ago, but I'm gonna have to say it still holds up.
Yeah.
Um, Naked Gun is probably my number one favorite romantic movie ever. That's like that's what I want from a relationship right there.
Someone to stick the tongue so far down your throat that you can taste it.
Protective sex with full body condoms. Uh,
Oh, yes.
yes, and I keep misquoting the movie too, which is sad. But
It's
some
so easy,
it's
though, to
some
misquote it.
it is so easy to misquote it, but it's something to do with that roast.
Oh, yes, we had the pizza. Or pasta?
Hmm?
I don't remember.
Oh no, I was when he comes home and the lady is in his kitchen and she had been boiling a roast or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is of course just hilarious in itself because you don't boil roasts,
Mm.
you roast a roast. I appreciate that.
But, let's see. I have to be a bit strict about time now and say that we have about 8 minutes left,
Yes,
and
we
we need to
do.
finish up for this evening.
Yeah, that we do. That's mostly fine.
You're almost completely done with the shading too.
Yeah, which means I am exactly where I'm supposed to be schedule wise. So let's just.
It is surprising how often it fits so perfectly. I think we're just gonna cut the dragon.
I've begun it now, man. It's too late.
Uh, all right. I still don't really think it works, but
Personally, I think it works because it doesn't work.
all right.
But you know, whatever. I can cut it off later if it's too bad.
Yeah, like at worst, it is what 3 layers you have to just
Nah,
use an eraser on.
at worst, it's like finish it up and then cut it off from the flattened image. It's like there's no work at all to just get rid of it.
A dragon, like when we're talking about the dragons and Vikings, it is usually the traditional Viking ship dragon head, which this is.
Sort of. It's one of very many versions.
Yeah, yeah, but like the general shape of it is very traditional. You have like a dragon head, it's a tiny bit open, and there's a tongue. This one has derpy teeth, though.
Yeah. Also has an overbite, massive overbite.
Still traditional.
If I had a Viking ship, this would be my dragon head. Now I've said that. Now I've got to carry this all the way into Valhalla. Oh well.
Uh, starting. Yeah, this is really, really cool.
Yeah, so got most of the body down.
Yes.
Um,
Got a pretty cool biker.
Gonna give him something throwable potentially.
Javelin.
Yeah, something like that. Or a throwing axe, maybe just something small. I don't know. We'll see. But
Yeah.
he's ready to chuck something at someone. German grenade.
Ah, I don't know if a potato masher is the correct thing here.
uh, well,
We'll think about it.
yeah, we will. So yeah, that death machine is clearly on the road. So well, next time we're gonna basically start doing lights. Um, lots of highlights and stuff,
Yeah.
and then we're just gonna start. Most things look really good when zoomed out. It gets messy when you're really far in there. Just gotta trust the process. But yeah, next time we're gonna start doing highlights, and then we're gonna start blending it together to make it uh, slightly less cartoonish, but it's still gonna be cartoonish. And then of course give him some colors and definitions and whatever, so that he'll stand out properly.
Yep.
And well, hopefully he'll be done with another 3 hour session. Yeah,
Think we're gonna need 6 hours.
6 hours, huh? Well, yeah, because you want him to look good. Yeah, I see. Yeah, well, we'll see how that goes.
You got 2.5.
I get 2.5. Oh, thank you, slave driver. I don't know. This is gonna be good.
Yeah, yeah,
So we're gonna just chuck him in here. Gonna throw some lights at him on him and stuff. So we usually go by this green glow whenever there's something that's radioactive.
yeah.
So we're probably gonna do something with the reactor and stuff. So or pressure chamber or whatever you would call it.
Reactor chamber.
Reactor chamber. Yeah. But yeah, this is good. Uh,
Remember to check out our Facebook, Instagram, Discord, and YouTube. Links down below on the screen.
yes. And please forget to check our Snapchat because we don't have one.
Did I say Snapchat?
No, you did not.
Ah,
Well, now this was
yeah.
good. Okay, cool. So what happened? Wow, 3 hours have gone by.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
it went quick today.
yeah, it did. It did. Full focus. I
Yeah,
have no idea what we've been talking about at all.
me neither, and I haven't done anything else than talking.
That's a good sign. Who knows what will crop up in the rewatch. But anyways, since we're on the last minute now, might as well just say thank you for tuning in. And
It's been a pleasure.
as always, and we'll be back in about 2 weeks with a new stream,
Yeah, next week will be a rerun, most likely.
most likely. Depending, we'll see. and we will probably continue this after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we will tell you on our social media channels and on our Discord and everything when we figure that out. So thank you very much, and we'll see you later.
Bye bye.
Bye.